afternoon 7th. John Beaver McCascal Memorial in the hands of the starter. It's post time. Seventh race, top of the stretch, field of 7 on gate, Big Boy Hill, Farmers Fieldstone, Bob Johnsky, Salzbrook Honey. At the helm, Boys Turn, and Joe's Dream walking, and there they go, off and pacing, and Big Boy Hill with rail control, the leader into the turn. Farmers Fieldstone away second, Bob Johnsky driving up, looking for a spot third. Away fourth at the inside is Joe's Dream walking from the back tier. Boys Turn got away fifth. Sixth going to the quarter, Salzbrook Honey. And the early trailer back there in seventh is At the Helm. Up front, Keegan Madden is at the helm aboard Big Boy Hill. The Joe Nearing trainee leads at 30-4 the opening quarter. Farmers Fieldstone and Pazzarello, they dropped in pocket second. Bob Johnsky found a spot at the pylons for Romeo third. Joe's Dream walking a ground-saving journey at 3/8 from fourth. The backfield's underway now. Larry Snow and Boys Turn. They come first up fifth. There's cover there, sixth on the outside for Salzbrook Honey. And At the Helm might up to the outer flow, trailing back there in seventh. There'll be 4 in and possibly 3 out into that 5/8 turn off a half mile in 1:02 and 1. Big Boy Hill, the leader en route to 5/8. No pressure coming early. Farmers Fieldstone gets to draft along second. Boys Turn's got to grind at first up and is advanced to third. Bob Johnsky locked and blocked fourth. Salzbrook Honey's getting towed into it from fifth. Then Joe's Dream walking and At the Helm, but up front it's been a cakewalk to 3/4 for Big Boy Hill and Keegan Madden in 1:33-2. Farmers Fieldstone is tracked all the way and could be fresh for an upset try here second. Then Bob Johnsky and Boys Turn into the stretch. Big Boy Hill trying to go down the road. Farmers Fieldstone's going to take a shot late. Then Bob Johnsky and Boys Turn. Big Boy Hill coast to coast had the most today in the Beaver McCascal Memorial, wire to wire for Madden in 2:02-4. Just a reminder to those participating in the John Beaver McCascal Memorial, all entries, please come back to receive a token of appreciation here trackside before the parading of the winner. Again, seventh race today at the Downs, the John Beaver McCascal Memorial. Beaver was born and raised in the Shipyard District of Sydney. His father, Archie, ran a livery stable, and that's where Beaver's love of horses began. From a young boy, the barn was his preferred place to be, caring for the various horses that were stabled there. In his early years, Beaver headed down to the U.S. with his good friend Jimmy Squint Dix to work with racehorses at various tracks in the eastern United States, eventually making his way to Bluebonnets for a stint before returning home. Beaver and Squint had many stories of their adventures from racing horses to running from immigration. How ironic is that in this day and age? After returning home, Beaver campaigned a few horses in Sydney as an owner-trainer driver, including Flicka's First and Grace Raymore. He also belonged to an ownership group comprised of shipyarders. They didn't have a lot of luck, but they had a lot of fun. Beaver began working at Cape Breton Battery as a traveling salesman, and while not an active participant for a time, he was a strong fan of local harness racing, particularly enjoyed following the races, the horses owned by close friends, Angus and Buddy McKenzie. Beaver rarely missed an old home week and in later years enjoyed spending time in the Gary Chapel barn. After his retirement from Cape Breton Battery, Beaver once again became an active participant in the sport, caring for horses owned by him and daughter Carrie. Beaver always put the horse first and would be up before sun to head to the track and get his barn work done. The weather didn't matter. He had to get to the barn to make sure the horses were fed, watered, and hayed. Some favorite horses of Beaver's over the years included Precious Ace, Dance and Samantha, Garden Mist, Felon, Baby Dill, and Elm Grove Goldie. Beaver enjoyed being part of the Jake Jacobs stable and had many happy memories of his time spent there, and in later years, when he was no longer able to participate hands-on with the horses, enjoyed visits to the Lee Collins stable where he was always made welcome. When ill health forced Beaver to stop attending live racing, his first question to Carrie when she arrived home from the track would be, is the program marked? He would spend hours going through it to keep up with all of his friends' horses. Beaver is a member of the Cape Breton Horse Owners Hall of Fame and was a recipient of the Bob McKenzie Senior Horseman Award, being very proud of both of these honors. Beaver's smile and his sense of fun and his advice are missed every day. The John Beaver McCascal Memorial in the afternoon, 7th, the trackside cooler presentation going to the one entry, Big Boy Hill. 8-year-old brown gelding by Better's Delight is out of the Rock and Roll Hanover Dam. Pretty Catherine. Owned and trained by Joe Nearing from Howie Center, Keegan Madden in the bike for the win, second on the season for Big Boy Hill. The pacer gets his 27th lifetime victory this afternoon. Family and friends of Beaver McCascal trackside with the cooler presentation as Big Boy Hill goes wire to wire in the 7th at Northside for Keegan Madden in 2:02 and 2.